Today is day 30 of 100 random acts of kindness. I had a hospital day today. We were there about 5 hours or so. I had, what did I have? A CT scan this morning at about 7 on my hip fractures, and then I had blood and urine. They came back okay, which was great. Saw my oncologist in clinic. So we went through everything. She said, you just look totally different. You're smiling. Your face isn't freaking out. I've got a few things, but in general, it's pretty calm. What else was there? Shortness of breath, obviously. It's there. It never really went away once my trial, once I was on hold. But I walked quite a bit today, all through the hospital. No wheelchair. I was fine that way. So that's excellent. I was cleared to do a few things that I was nervous I was not going to be able to. Things were just good that way. So my friend Kristen took me so that Keith didn't have to take another day off. So we were at the hospital a whole long time. And then we stopped in at a thrift store because I was looking for something. And I didn't feel good. I walked all through there too, which was great. But I had a pretty big wave of nausea, and that just happens sometimes. And so as I was walking, I passed by a coworker who I got along with really, really well. We didn't have a falling out or anything. We just fell out of touch. After we stopped working together, she moved on to another store. We would try to meet a couple times a year and just catch up. She's just one of those lovely people who are just so kind. And so anyway, I saw her and I did a jerk thing, but I couldn't. I didn't feel good. I don't think she knows I'm sick again. And I couldn't do it. I didn't have it in me. It had been a long hospital day, and I really have a lot of guilt when I do that, but I just thought I can't console another person about me being sick. I felt very nauseous to the point of I didn't even want to talk to anybody. Even if Keith had been there, I wouldn't have wanted to talk to him, let alone somebody who I'd have to explain things to. I couldn't do it. So I didn't go over and talk to her, and I haven't seen her in a couple years, and I do have a lot of guilt about that. But this video is about her. So I was diagnosed initially in 2011, and I was on leave at this point. I just had my surgery. I was recovering from surgery. My surgery was the end of March, very, very end of March. And this was the start of May. So it had been 4 or 5 weeks. And I was, like I said, I was recovering. So I worked with Marlene, is her name. I worked with Marlene, and she said, somebody's coming into the store who sounds like a pretty amazing person, and I think you should meet her. So her name is Sherry Abbott. Sherry ended up being a mentor of mine for a very long time. And had Marlene not told me, so Sherry worked for Look Good, Feel Better, which many of you know, CCTFA at the time is what they were called. And she was the executive director of the CCTFA. And so Marlene sent me kind of a break, a write-up about Sherry, and I thought, oh my gosh, this woman's so amazing. She had been diagnosed with ovarian cancer when she was very young, in her early 30s, I believe, maybe late 20s even. And things got really, really bad. And she, I think, just celebrated 23 years of being cancer-free. She is just who I met her and thought, I want to be you. You're so amazing. And so had Marlene not told me all about Sherry and told me that she was coming in, I would have never met her. Sherry's the reason that I started writing. She's the reason I had a blog. She's the reason that I did a lot of advocacy work. I started speaking. I just think back, that didn't even resonate really with me until I saw Marlene today and got in the car and thought, if it wasn't for you, I don't know if I would have the voice that I have, because Sherry is so powerful and so inspiring and I would have never met her had it not been for Marlene. So you never know the trajectory of your life or how things will change by meeting one person. And to Marlene, thank you so much. Talk to you tomorrow.